Hey guys, so we just pulled up to a spot, and it's a spot that we've hunted, or that I've hunted years past, and we'll be getting out there kind of early, which is nice. It's a little mix up because I feel like I've been late like every time I go out, but we're gonna see how it goes. The wind here is pretty good. Everything about this stand is nice. What's nice about it too is that it's a block of woods that's kind of surrounded by fields, and the fields have been getting cut and hayed the last few days, so I think that's going to kind of keep the deer a little bit more in the woods. It is like kind of an area where they've been known to bed, so it's a bedding to feed kind of transition or run or whatever you want to call it. So we'll get in there and we'll see what happens. I have hunted this stand like a few times, a few nights and mornings at the beginning of the season, but the weather was really bad then. So hopefully now that the weather's kind of colder, we'll get some luck and we'll kind of see some deer. Hopefully. I'm kind of getting tired of not seeing anything. So yeah, I'll let you guys know if we see anything, and yeah, I'll bring the camera with us and see what we can get. So so as I'm walking in, there's a few things that I noticed. The first thing is that when I first started hunting this area earlier this year, it was like super wet. Like you couldn't get back here unless you had like some water boots, muck boots or something. But it looks like it dried up in the last week and a half, which is nice because I think that kind of deters the deer sometimes from a specific area, is when there's just too much standing water. And then the other thing I noticed too is that the wind direction is playing perfect for this stand, and there's not really much wind tonight, but it's like 3 or 4 mile an hour, but the wind itself is like, just that 3 or 4 mile an hour playing in the right direction is always a nice thing to have. So it's gonna be super quiet tonight. I just know that the wind's gonna die down as soon as the sun goes down or starts to head down, so we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. I just jumped a fucking giant. I just jumped a real nice buck. I don't know if it's a giant, but I just jumped a real nice buck coming in. It was like, I had my camera in my right hand, and I had my camera arm tucked underneath my right like armpit, and that buck was standing at like 40 yards. I like looked up and I saw it, and it was looking at me, and there wasn't anything I could do because I didn't want to drop my equipment. So I just turned the camera on and filmed it, and instead of shooting at it, I'm hoping that it might come back through tonight. But as you can see in the video, it was kind of through some thick stuff, so it's not like I would have been able to get a good shot off at it. The good news is that it didn't snort. It didn't do anything. It just kind of took a few pounds through the woods and then just kind of started walking off. So hopefully I didn't scare it too much. But I don't know. I gotta take a better look at the video and just see how big it was. The antlers were big though. They were pretty big for Vermont. They were nice. So all right. Well, it is about 4:30. We've been sitting in here for about 5 minutes, and then I got everything set up. So we got about two hours to sit. But yeah, I still can't believe that buck was just standing there. I mean, we were 40 yards away from it. I just couldn't. I had everything in my hands, and I couldn't take a shot off at it, and it was kind of through some thick stuff anyway. So to each its own, but it didn't snort wheeze. So hopefully, hopefully we can get on some deer tonight. All the tracks that I saw coming in, that we got the film of, all those tracks are doe tracks. So hopefully we can at least just get a doe down tonight, or at least see a doe. Like, I'd like to, I'm grateful for that buck sighting, and I'm glad to know he's in here. And if he comes to my path, he's gonna get an arrow at him. But as for now, I'm kind of just hoping that we see a doe. So, all right, guys. Well, just got back to the truck. Didn't see anything, obviously. So, besides that one deer that we saw coming in, I'm gonna go head to my dad's house, and I'm gonna throw the SD card in my computer and kind of take a look to see what that deer was. It looked like a buck, and it looked like a really nice buck, but it was through some thick stuff, obviously, so I'm not entirely certain. I thought it was a giant, but there's so many sticks and stuff in between me and the deer, so I can't really confirm if it was or wasn't a buck. I'm like 95% sure that it was, but we'll find out. And we're probably going to be back in there for the rest of the week, or at least for the next few days. There's a bunch of fresh deer sign in there. We saw a deer. And yeah, the wind's playing perfect for that stand too for like the next 3 or 4 days. So we'll try to get in here after work and see if we can't get one down. Hey guys, it is October 20th, Friday. It is currently 3:09. We're gonna get ready to go in the woods here. We're in here really early, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll be a good thing. I don't know. We'll find out, but it is supposed to rain pretty much all weekend. 100% chance of rain all weekend. And so I'm hoping that this weather will kind of move the deer around a little bit more or a little bit more. We're gonna be in the same tree stand that we were in when I saw that nice buck a few nights ago. Yeah, we'll check out the sign on our way in, see if there's anything new that we haven't seen before, and kind of boogie in there. And we'll have about 3 hours to sit. So I don't know. Hopefully something comes across the trails that I'm looking in the next 3 hours. I'm kind of hoping, but anyways. I cannot make this up, dude. I'm walking through this Oregon field. My brother calls me. I'm trying to answer my brother's phone call because he's probably going to ask me where I'm going to go tonight. So I look down. I'm trying to get my phone out of my pocket. I look down, and as I'm walking, I'm not really paying attention because I'm trying to answer his phone call. 3 doe, 40 yards away from me, just jump up out of this tall grass. One of them snorts. This is sick. It's starting to get sickening a little bit. If I wasn't looking at my phone, I probably could have shot one of them at 40 yards. I mean, they were right up next to me. I'm trying to walk slowly as I get to my stand, and I just look down to answer my brother's phone call, and as soon as I answer it, all 3 of them jump up. I don't know if they were bedded or if they were working their way through the field. I wasn't really paying attention because I'm trying to converse with my brother, but they kind of ran back to where my stand is. I mean, I'm still probably a good 100 yards away from my stand. They might stick around this area, and they might just try to go around a different direction, and if that's the case, they might just come right in front of my tree stand. So I cannot believe I did that. I didn't get it on film because I had my phone in my hand, my bow in my hand, my camera in my hand. Those are new tracks right there. Got back into my tree stand, and I'm gonna try to be super quiet getting into this thing. I give a lot of props to the guys that self-film, because I know how hard it is to try to film and shoot a deer at the same time. It's not easy. I think if I didn't have my camera, I probably would have at least shot at 3 different deer. If I would just focus mainly on hunting instead of filming, I would have been able to probably shoot at that 6-pointer that we got on film. Those 3 doe that I jumped up, and that doe that I walked in on the other night, a few nights ago. So, a lot of props to those guys, but I'm trying to get some action on film for you guys. It's just not as easy as people may think. I'm trying to film with my bow. I gotta carry in my camera equipment, and a lot of the times when I get into the woods, I don't even have an arrow nocked, or don't even really have a release on, because there's no way for me to be able to pull my bow back and drop everything. So I don't know, fingers crossed. I know for a fact I'm gonna get hit by mosquitoes tonight, because that's how warm it is. So I'm just hoping that we can keep the damage down on those. Alright guys, well, I just sat down, and those deer that I saw, the overgrown field is back here, and they ran kind of right behind me. So I'm hoping that they'll come out over here and just kind of work their way down through this lane that I have. But who knows? It's super thick behind me, and that's where the wind is blowing. So they might just stay back there and just kind of bed down until they think that the danger has gone away. Alright guys, well, no luck tonight. It's kind of just how my season's been all year, so super grateful that I've been able to get out there as much as I have. But we really got to get a deer down. We really got to do something. So it's Friday. Tomorrow is the opening, or is the youth weekend for Vermont. I'm taking one of my friend's daughters out tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to film that the best I can, but we're supposed to get rained on so bad. So I don't know how much of my camera I'm gonna be able to film, or how much time I'll be able to use my camera to film, because the weather or the rain is just gonna be non-stop for the entire weekend, which is again kind of the epitome of what's been happening all year. So who knows, fingers crossed. We're gonna try to get something down. I didn't see anything obviously tonight after I jumped those 3 doe coming in, which stinks, but it happens. We're gonna give this spot a break over the weekend, and then we're gonna come back probably Monday morning and see if we can't lay one down. So hopefully we can get on one this weekend, and we can get Rose her first deer. I got a few rifle spots that I'll be taking her to. Anyways, let's see if we can get on one tomorrow, but this will probably be the end of the video. So that's a wrap for the second week of bow season.